Hey, please, come on in.
Where are we?
We are in the Makers Lab of EM Lyon, where we are working, studying, innovating with help from the staff, collectively or individually, of course.
What does collective intelligence mean?
Collective intelligence refers to a way of intelligence that belongs to a group, due to the number of brain available. We can compare it with the number of transistors in a microprocessor, for example.
And, excuse me, how does it work?
Well, it's simple if you have a proper work environment. To do collective intelligence, you need the processes and the correct environment to do so. If you do so, collective intelligence will flow naturally.
Is there like a predefined setting in which collective intelligence is most relevant?
No, not necessarily. Collective intelligence sounds like quite a new notion, but actually we as humans, we are using it since forever, and it could be used in every kind of situation or setting. I think as soon as there is human activity, there is collective intelligence.
So basically it's just aggregated knowledge.
Well, the whole is different from the sum of its part. When tackling an issue in a collectively intelligent way, knowledge is co-constructed. Solutions reach a higher form. They are more holistic and more conscious of their environment. So we do not simply aggregate knowledge, we create some collaboratively.
Can we quantify or measure collective intelligence?
Well, there's a lot of ways of measuring collective intelligence, but in terms of performance in IQ, for example, we can have an entire team instead of an individual work on an IQ test to measure their collective intelligence.
So in other words, what are the benefits of collective intelligence?
Well, collective intelligence is starting from an idea and then making it better by combining intellectual mindsets. So I believe that each one experiences or knowledge can bring a concept to a greater point. Like as we said commonly, alone we go faster, but together we go further.
And when is it beneficial to use CI?
Until now, collective intelligence were mainly used during crises when companies had no choice, but therefore it was like miracles when they used it. So now the goal is to create a sustainable collective intelligence to implement it in every project.
And excuse me, how does CI impact or improve one's project?
Oh, CI has a very positive impact on any project because if one person is supposed to do a project, it could be quite boring and it would be hard to see all the corners of one project. But if you're working in a team using collective intelligence, it might be interesting, as well as it would give insights about the project in different people, different opinions, and it would help to enhance the project in a great way, as the people would contribute their knowledge, their intelligence, their understanding, and their specialization of the product.
Is there any tools that you can use to implement CI in a group?
Well, there is a lot of tools to implement, such as the Doodle, the Google Docs, or the Slack, or you can just join us in Makers Lab.
And do you think collective intelligence will be more important in the future?
Yeah, my opinion, it is going to be more important because you see WeWork, you see Tuba, and you see Google is going to have its own co-working spaces, and the modern technology is going to enable distant working, global cooperation, and we are finally going to benefit from the collective intelligence, and we are not going back, so it's going to be more important. That's the trend.
And do you think there is an opposition between collective intelligence and artificial intelligence?
No, I don't think so. Those two, I don't think so. Those two form can feed on each other. artificial intelligence can help human beings during their daily task by assisting them. And collective intelligence is all the shared network and knowledge. So if we combine them well, we will reach efficiency.
Do you have an example of collective intelligence?
There are a lot. I would say it's Wikipedia. On Wikipedia, everyone can contribute to the writing of articles. And unlike the traditional encyclopedias, articles are being published every day on the website.
And are there any limits to collective intelligence?
Well, I think it's imperative to leave a place for individual reflection and to make sure that everyone participates, because in these situations it can be very unequal. Some people will have more confidence than others and so will express themselves more, while others will just conform to the opinion of the majority. And that's very important to take into account.
Okay, great, but just tell me, who are you?
Well, we learn, improve, and create things together. By adopting multiple points of view, we push our limits. We are creative technologists. That's a wrap.